Hey, today we're going to talk about UFO Bros number 3, Disco Drama. This is created by Erik Jasek. Erik is a cartoonist out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he has a very singular, very interesting art style. These are fun comics, and this just came out within the last couple of weeks, maybe, if that long, and just really excited to kind of present it to you so you guys can see it. So generally the premise of the UFO Bros is that there's two friends, Cap and Leafly, and they travel around space in the absolutely hip ship, and they just have these road trip type of buddy adventures, but it's set in outer space. There's this very crazy logic. Speaking with Erik, he told me that it's influenced by like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Doctor Who, just these things where you just have these strange situations and you just have to like buy into it. So the books, this issue starts off with they're flying around space and they're going to a poetry convention because the Cap fancies himself as a poet. And Leafly is like saying, hey, listen, we're close to this really cool club. We got to go. So he convinces the Cap to go, and they go to Club Turkey Bacon Ranch. And this enormous turkey bacon ranch sandwich that's floating around in space. And there's a one-page origin as far as how it came to be. And this is the kind of thing that Erik does. He'll introduce either a race or a location or something odd, and then he'll just give this one-page explanation as to how it came about, or this race, what they're known for, how they behave. And then you'll see later on that whatever's been explained that character does is consistent with their description. Like, for instance, they're here at this club, and they get into club adventures where Cap is just trying to chill out, and some drunk starts talking to him. I've had this happen to me many times in a bar or a club. Cap sees this woman dancing, one of the dancers, and he wants to talk to her, but Leafy's like, go ahead, talk to her, and he doesn't have the courage to talk to her, so Leafy starts giving him shots until he gets enough liquid courage to go and talk to her. And then Erik just will do oddball things, like here there's a little photograph or image of a chicken. Why? Don't know. It's just odd. And then later on, this character, the Snatch Worm, is introduced. And he'll do this, we'll introduce a race. And there's this one-page synopsis of the race, how they came to being, what the characteristics are. And as I said, everything that this race will do, this character will do, is very consistent with this. So you kind of almost know what to expect. But it doesn't really, like, do foreshadowing. It just tells you, like, their behavior patterns. And again, I don't want to spend the entire book, but they get into this crazy adventure with the Snatch Worm. And then this issue also has a backup story featuring two of the characters in the main story. And if you think it looks like it's drawn with colored pencils, that's because it was. We had a nice conversation that I recorded, and he decided to do something just totally different, tools than what he does here, where he draws the pencils and inks and then he colors it in Photoshop. This is just colored pencils. And this is a picture of Erik while he was on a long trip in Australia doing a comics reading. And again, these are just fun, crazy, wild comics. They're just really entertaining, and there's a lot of really nice, subtle work that's done in here. The stories and the writing are very good. The art matches that whole vibe, and it matches the story. And I'm big on story and writing. So if I'm entertained, that's what I'm really looking for. And the art fits that. And I just love this cover. So it's a great book. And if you're interested in seeing more of Erik's work, you can find him on Instagram at Jasek. And his Big Cartel store is JurassicJasek.BigCartel.com. Check them out. I think you'll like Erik's work. And Erik posts a lot of pictures of some of his daily adventures. He recently came back from a 2-month trip to Australia, so he's posted pictures of that, which I found very interesting. And again, this is just a fun, crazy book that's very well done. So if you like things that are surreal, wild. Can be maybe a little heavy R, light X-rated, without being too gross. There's a little bit of that potty humor that is mentioned on the blurb in the back. This would be right up your alley. Thanks.